Hello, I'm Maud Walsh, a professor in the School of Plant, Environmental, and Soil Sciences. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about climate change and some of the things that we can do to reduce its future impacts. Climate change is a phenomenon affecting all of us. We hear about it in the news very often, such as with the stories about the catastrophic flooding in Europe recently, and it has an effect on many aspects of our lives. Climate change is occurring because of a number of factors, and one of those is the increased level of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which is leading to greater average global temperatures. This rise in global temperatures affects weather patterns, it affects ecosystems, and it affects many aspects of human health. For instance, the loss of coastal wetlands in Louisiana, which is affecting people's homes and their livelihoods, has been made worse because of global sea level rise that's coming about because of warmer temperatures in the oceans. What we're going to talk about today are two approaches to reducing future effects of climate change. These two approaches can be broadly categorized as mitigation and adaptation. Mitigation means reducing the effect of something, and in this case, it means reducing the effect of greenhouse gases and their effect on temperatures. Some of the ways that we can mitigate greenhouse gas and climate change is by a number of different practices. Some things we can be doing as individuals. Riding bicycles and carpooling instead of driving our own vehicles is one way. This reduces the use of fossil fuels, the burning of which produces carbon dioxide. And then also by recycling. This may not be an obvious way, but recycling reduces the amount of energy that would be used to produce new materials. Some countries, especially those who have signed on to the Paris Agreement, are working at a larger scale to mitigate the effects and the abundance of greenhouse gases. For instance, encouraging the use of alternative energy. The other approach is called adaptation. This refers to making changes in where we live, how we live, in order to adapt to changes in water levels, temperatures, things like that. For instance, some communities are doing what is called planned migration, which is moving whole communities to areas of higher ground. In less drastic measures, some communities have improved flooding control in some areas. We get a lot of flooding in Baton Rouge, as some of you may know, and also have designated areas of towns that are low-lying and prone to flooding as recreational areas for, say, use as soccer fields or for nature reserves, things like that. These are areas that could withstand occasional flooding and make a comeback. In agriculture, adaptation would take the form of selecting crops that can do better in warmer weather, or changing planting times, for instance, to accommodate the warmer temperatures. Agriculture can be also useful in mitigating climate change in that many of the so-called sinks for carbon dioxide are things that we in agriculture study and learn to manage, such as forests, which can take up a lot of carbon dioxide into biomass, and oceans, and then also soil. A healthy soil is one that will serve as a good reservoir for carbon dioxide. All of us in the College of Agriculture, regardless of our area of study, can contribute to reducing the effects of climate change. I'd love to hear from you and talk to you about your interest in environmental management systems as a major or as a minor. So please get in touch if you're interested. Thanks for listening.